Hello, everybody. This is Father Jim speaking again from the office of St. Faustina Parish, and I'm holding a necessary piece of equipment anymore. You're probably wondering why I'm not wearing it, but I do wear it. I do wear it when there are a lot of people around here, and I do wear it every time I go out. And I know it's a nuisance. I know we don't like to do these things. I don't like to be called that masked man like the Lone Ranger, but still, I think it's necessary because of we're still suffering and experiencing all the effects of the coronavirus. So please do it, and please be safe and do what they ask us to do until we get beyond this. Anyway, I was thinking about a lot of things. Now I forgot the date. I think it was February 23rd. I think that's the right date. We began Ash Wednesday, the beginning of our Lenten season. And usually I'm sitting over there where Bill is, and I can look out on the front lawn of our office here. And we began on Ash Wednesday to have a beautiful large cross out there, and it was draped in purple. And during the weeks that followed that, after that cross was put out there, I would sit here sometimes looking out at it or coming down the driveway and seeing it. And sometimes it was raining on the cross and getting drenched with all the wet, or sometimes even snow. We didn't have a lot of snow, but we had snow this year, and just the other day we had a snow squall out there. And the cross was there, and sometimes we had lots of wind that would come and try to whip that thing across, and after the windstorm passed by, the cross was still there. And then sometimes, unfortunately not too often, there were some beautiful sunny days, and I'm looking out and or coming down the driveway and looking at the cross again, and I see the cross in that beautiful sun. And it kind of reminded me that those events are sort of like our life. You know, we all have moments when we have storms come into our lives, just as we do right now with the coronavirus. And maybe a lot of people are experiencing a lot of other kind of storms, unemployment and all kind of things, and illnesses, and just depression maybe, or discouragement, or all these storms come into our lives. And that's understandable. But I think what the whole experience has shown me is that no matter what happens in our lives, no matter if it's up or down or in between, the cross is always there. The cross is always there to endure those storms, or to give us courage when things are not storming, to continue on. And of course, we have to remember that because of the resurrection, that cross is no longer a symbol of death and discouragement and failure, horror, any of those things that it originally meant, but now it's a symbol of hope and life. And so I think as we go through our own situations here because of the coronavirus, keep the cross of Jesus Christ in your hearts, and know that Jesus transformed all of that, all of those negatives, into a positive. He transformed all of that into life-giving hope. And that's what we really need at this point in our lives, is to have life-giving hope. And so the cross will certainly remind us of that. So even though our cross out in front of the office here has been in the midst of all kinds of storms, it's still there. And it'll be there during the entire Easter season. This time the purple has been removed, and white, a symbol of life and newness and hope, is there. And it's a good symbol to keep in our minds. We're going to do another thing too. We have a beautiful tree out here that all winter long was just dead branches, really. But lately, maybe about, I don't know, a few months ago, when the sun got a little bit warmer, I could see little tiny buds forming on that tree, you know, and preparing for new life. And then the past few weeks, it has been absolutely beautiful as it burst into flowers. And it again reminds me of God and Jesus Christ, and his desire to give us new life out of what looks to be death or destruction or discouragement. And now it's kind of gone, the flowers have all gone away, but it'll be replaced by wonderful green leaves, and it'll be there all summer for us to give us encouragement, love the beauty of nature, give the birds a place to kind of hide out a little bit and feed. And so it's a great symbol, it's a great parable of our lives in faith. And then again, when the fall comes and the winter comes, it'll once again go back into that mode of looks like it's no longer going to survive. And yet in spring, it'll come back again. So let's just keep those images in our minds and our hearts. And I know I've said this before, probably many times, but I want to say it again. I am just so impressed by what those symbols teach us. But more important than what the symbols teach us, what I'm seeing going on in our little corner of the world right here. So many people are coming out of this thinking, what's really important in my life? And what has maybe been keeping me aback from really experiencing the full life of Jesus Christ? And what do I need to do to prioritize my life? That's the one thing I hear people saying over and over again to me, because so many things that we've depended on and love have been taken away to return. But when they return, we'll understand them in a new way. The number of people who came up with ideas to help others is just absolutely inspiring. I know that our youth ministry under Sandy Repack came up with a wonderful idea. We know that our two nursing homes in our parish area, I mean, this is true of every nursing home anywhere, but the staff there, they're putting their lives on the line every day, and that's not an exaggeration. They really are. And so she decided with the youth group, through social media, of course, to help out the night shifts we started out with Birchwood, to send them pizza for their evening. And yesterday, we got the pizza from a local pizza place, and no physical contact. And then when she brought the pizzas over to Birchwood, they came out to the curb to receive it, so there's no physical contact, and they had their masks and their gloves on, and so did Sandy. But what a beautiful thing to think about those people who are every day, not just now, but every day, serving us by taking care of those who are in the nursing home. And we're planning on doing the same thing for Guardian Care, and also for our police and firefighters and ambulance personnel who are there all the time for us, out in the public. And we're going to do that. And maybe we'll continue to identify groups that we need to support in this way. So if you know any, let us know. We will certainly help them. So anyway, yes, the cross is out there. The cross has been there in good times and in bad times, but always there. And then finally, that cross became not a symbol of death and not a symbol of discouragement, but a symbol of new life. So all we can say during these 50 days, and by the way, Easter goes on for 50 days until Pentecost Sunday, but really beyond that, all we can continue to say is Alleluia, Alleluia, and let's continue to be Alleluia people. God bless, stay safe. I can't wait till we all get together very soon.